My name is Romeo John,
And my name is Jaden Massie.
and we're the developers of Drive EDU. So on my part, I did a lot of the user interface and how the question system works. For Jaden, he did a lot of the car movement and how the map generates infinitely for the car to drive through. If we look at statistics, teenagers have the highest involvement rate in fatal car crashes. And one of the reasons for this is because of their poor knowledge about traffic laws itself. After passing the permit exam, they throw away all their knowledge. And this app can help them because we created it in mind of refreshing knowledge about the traffic laws and also help those who have not passed the permit exam have a way of studying for the permit exam and it be entertaining.
I think a lot of times they fail the exam because they think they know the rules of the road, and then they've been riding with their parents all this time, halfway paying attention, probably on their phones, but they go to take the test and the questions are kind of weird, or worded kind of weird. And so they're just kind of like, oh no, I don't know the answer to that one. And then they get nervous, afraid they're not going to pass. And then they ultimately end up failing basically because they didn't study enough.
To make our app, we used GDScript in the Godot game engine, and we also used LibreSprite in order to create the sprites for our game. In our game, you drive down a road, answering questions inspired by the KSP manual. As you drive, more of the terrain will generate, along with a car that is semi-realistic. And as you drive, questions inspired by the KSP manual will appear. In order to win, you must answer at least 32 questions correctly. However, if you miss more than 8 questions, you will lose. Each question you fail to answer correctly will hit you with a debuff that is inspired by ailments that drivers experience on the road, such as drowsiness, distracted driving, or even being chased by a police officer. At the top left, if you are caught 4 times by the officer, you will also lose the game. In the game, you drive down a randomly generating tile map.
I think it'd be really helpful. I've seen a couple apps where they have some questions on there, but it's just sort of like, read the question, it's kind of boring for the students. And with what you guys are doing, what you showed me, I think it'd be really more fun to study for the test because there's just a little bit more challenge there. And it's just going to be more entertaining for them to want to study for the test than just reading questions and looking at the answers. I think what you guys have developed is really interesting, and it keeps students more engaged and want to take the test to see how far they can go along.